Why I quit Lost Ark after 4,500 hours. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, Saiwo was one of the first guys that was making content for Lost Ark for an English audience. Not Saiwo. Yep, there it is. And he's making a video now. He quit Lost Ark after 4,500 hours. He got me into the game. Yep, he got a lot of people into the game. Here we go.
I actually thought that I can get away without making this video, but some of the viewers that have been watching me for a very long time keep asking me the same question on Discord or on social media. Why did I quit Lost Ark? Why am I not playing it? Am I coming back, etc.? So in today's video, we're going to talk exactly that. I would like to preface the video by saying that I've had a fantastic time in Lost Ark all the way since 2018, and the reasons why I'm not playing it right now are I feel that they're very personal. Personal not as in a secret, but as in it's probably just me. Nevertheless, here we go. The overarching reason why I'm not playing it anymore is because I feel I have to do more things that are chores and I need to do them instead of things that I really want to do and things that provide me with fun this week or fun this month, etc.
Yeah, so it's a factor thing. Like, yeah, it's like he wants to play the fun content and not the not fun content, but he can't do that unless he plays the not fun content. Well, that's a problem, isn't it?
As a couple of examples, the PvP system in Lost Ark,
like the Korean girl said, it's annoying.
Since way back in 2018,
Lost Ark, not
you
good.
might know that I'm a big fan of the PvP system in Lost Ark, and I was actually planning with our Western release to, you know, really dive deep into that one, because on the Korean servers I was playing with like 750 ping, so you know, I played a lot of PvP matches there, but it wasn't the best experience, and so that is something that I had to actually give up with our Western release after 1 month of the game.
Why?
Simply because I saw how sort of how quick the patches are coming and how high the demands are, not only from the game's patches but also from the community itself, in order to sort of keep up with the people and not actually look stupid. Especially as a content creator, you cannot really just afford to just be nowhere because you just enjoy something and you're just going to be nowhere because nobody's going to take you seriously, right? But also as a...
So he's saying basically the reason why he quit is because he like couldn't devote time into the thing that he wanted to do and he had to do the stuff that he didn't want to do.
Because I obviously enjoyed the PvE system in Lost Ark as well, and the raids, and it's just a fantastic experience, right? The place where you can actually play with a lot of people and make friends and have this social aspect of Lost Ark and the fails and the fun. That's the PvE system, and so obviously I wanted to do it. Obviously I wanted to do it, you know, as soon as possible because it's exciting when a new content comes up. But if I would have been just doing PvP or as much PvP as I wanted,
well, why didn't he just pay to win? See, like that's what I did, right? Is that like, I didn't want to have to play the fucking game all the time and, like, keep up. So you just spend, like, $3,000 on the game and you solve that problem. Remember, he didn't pay to win. And that's where he played himself. See, he lost by not losing money. That's it.
I honestly couldn't have kept up with the
just
way
spend $3,000
combined with the cadence of the
and that way you can have fun.
Another example is the Inferno content, which is something that I actually discovered with our Western release. I knew obviously about the Inferno content from my time in Korea, but I never played it there, mostly because of my ping, but also because of the fact that I didn't really make any like friends, connections, go to Discord. Even here in the West, it's not as easy to, you know, get a group for Inferno. You need to talk or, you know, over Discord, so it's a little bit of a different experience. I absolutely loved the Inferno content, which is another piece of content in Lost Ark that I honestly could not afford to do, because if I did Inferno, not only it took away time from the chores that gave you the things that you needed to progress and keep up with item level and patches, but also it took away a lot of gold on PvP.
So he basically couldn't play, he couldn't have fun with the game because he had to work. That's basically what's going on here. Yeah, he had to work the whole time. It's depressing to see even content creators quit. Yeah.
At least just takes away time. But Inferno takes away time and gold. Now,
yeah, because like you have to buy the potions. See, like I didn't have this problem because I begged for gold from my viewers, and then I also spent real-life money to buy gold. See, he was playing the game wrong. See, he thought this was a game. No, this is a monetization structure, and there is a game that's attached to it.
I could have solved this issue very easily by just paying real money, right?
Yes,
this is what many people...
That's exactly. Oh, yes. What were you thinking?
Doing Lost Ark, if they want to not do some things or not do some chores or get to have more free time to do something else or play some other part of Lost Ark, then they pay real money and obviously all of your problems are solved.
Exactly. And that's exactly what happens, by the way. More money, less problems.
Knew about the fact that Lost Ark is a pay-to-buy power game since day one when we started, of course. But I thought to myself that if I am going to put a lot of hours into the Western release of the game, which by the way I did, I am right now, after I haven't been playing it for like 2 months, I'm right now at 4,500 hours. And even if you divide that number by days since Lost Ark was out, all the way up until today, you would get somewhere around 10 hours every day.
So that's a long time.
To myself, you know what? Yeah, it's pay to buy power, but I'm just going to do it in a different way. I'm going to play it. I'm going to no life it, which I did. Now, that didn't really work out for me.
This is the way that people don't understand that these games, you're not going to beat the whales. I love how there's some of these people out there, and it's like I feel like this is like some branch of like a cuck fantasy of like these guys that work 10 hours a day and then they just barely get over a person who spends $100 a week. They just barely beat them. And then it's like, remember in fucking Diablo Immortal where you saw like it was Rax, where he's like sitting there in a battleground. And then there's this guy, this oil prince on the other team, who's just a whirlwind barbarian. Bro, he's just mowing the lawn. This dude is straight up mowing the lawn. And he didn't even notice that Rax was there. Yeah, he just got deleted. That's it. Because these games are not meant for people. They're meant to always keep you below the person who spends real money. That's it. You can't work hard and keep up with them. It's impossible. Like, I don't know what people are thinking. Yeah, you just can't do it.
Like, honestly, it didn't. Now, I'm thinking about my one best character in Lost Ark after over a year of playing the game here in the West.
Right.
I still get rejected for more than half of the groups that I apply to.
I never get rejected. You know why? Because I have level 10 gems, Light of Salvation, and my character item level was like 1580. This is like 4 months ago. Yeah, I never get rejected. And you know why? Because they don't find out I suck until I get killed on the first mechanic. But by that time, I've already joined the group.
Game content. And don't get me wrong, my gear, my stats, my everything on several characters, maybe 3 out of the 4, is actually really good to do everything that's available, but not in the eyes of the community. And quite frankly, since I am more of a player than I am a content creator, YouTube is not my job. I don't have to play a game that I don't like just because, I make a living out of it. So my point is that I play a lot outside of my streams and I play a lot outside of my YouTube videos. And I get to play a lot with just normal people, just people within the community, just a guy applying for a group and trying to do his cooldowns or whatever.
Yeah.
And I get to see a lot of what's required. I get to hit my head on a lot of this,
Dude, imagine being like a super serious player who's done Inferno mode, played the game since 2018, made content for it for years, and you don't even get invited to a group. They don't even want to invite you because you didn't pay to win.
This stupidity, right? That's just going around for absolutely no reason. And the fact is, actually, that I am the one that's stupid, not the people. Because obviously...
There it is. That's right. This is true. Is that whenever you go into a game that's pay to win, I think that there is no greater cuckoldery than playing a free-to-play, pay-to-win game as a free-to-play player. That is like the biggest, deepest cuck shit ever. I cannot imagine that. What are you doing? Because like other people can just, they can just pass you up like it's nothing. Like, what is this? How could you possibly enjoy this?
More power you have in Lost Ark, the better your gear, the higher your stats, the this and the that.
Yeah.
Combined with the fact that you're a decent player, I assume, obviously everything becomes much easier for you. However, towards the end of my time in Lost Ark, speaking about the community, I just felt like from the get-go, the level of toxicity was climbing and climbing and climbing in Lost Ark to a point where, with Belshazzar's hard mode's release, that level of toxicity was even too much for me. Generally speaking, I don't mind because I'm maybe deep inside, I'm a pretty resilient guy. I used to be very toxic myself when I was younger, so I'm okay with that. But
yeah, those are the good days. And that's true. Yeah. That's just a cuck gamer's mind. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Brel 5 and 6 are so toxic. Well, of course, but it's like the reason that's the game's designed that way. It's designed to make players hate each other. That's the way they made it.
But it was just so overburdening to be part of content in Lost Ark, endgame content, and to really want to do it and play with people and to have a good time, a normal ass time. I'm not asking for anything special in a computer game in 2023. And I don't even blame the people, to be honest. I actually don't. I think it's mostly the game's fault.
Thank you. Yes, this is not the community's fault at all. It has nothing to do with the community. The community is completely outside of this. This is 100% by the fucking game. The game is designed this way, and it causes players to act this way.
Because the environment where you play, the things that the game asks you to do, how it asks you to do them, and with who do you need to do them to have like the best chance of success, are all things that are the game's fault, not necessarily the people's fault. The people were just reacting to whatever stressful environment the game provided. And, you know...
He's 100% right about this. This is 100% like the game created this environment, and players are simply adapting to the environment.
I understand them. I also understand the fact that you have 9 characters and you don't have fucking time to sit around and wait.
Yeah.
You don't have time to, be patient
with
someone
that
made one mistake, and you don't have, you just need to, God forbid you would play less than 9 characters, because you can't do that. You heard from somewhere that you need to play 9 characters. Otherwise you're just doomed in Lost Ark, which is definitely not the case. And, there's a lot of problems that are personal problems that I personally didn't like. Another thing that I actually didn't like was that on occasion, this happened very rarely, granted, because I used to play the game a lot, so I had a lot of...
Yeah, he's 100% right about this, yeah. Because it's like also, again, that's why it's not the player's fault. The player needs to do that many runs in order to stay competitive. So you can't make it like, oh yeah, this is the player's fault. No, the player is playing the game in the most optimized way. Who decides what the most optimized way is? The game. The game does it. The developers are God. So if something is bad, it's because of the fucking game.
Things put aside and, saved up. But, okay, on occasion, it so happened that I felt the need to deposit real money to buy some power in the game, to buy some items.
There you go.
To buy something that allowed me to have a much better...
My man, now you're spending money. Okay, they got you now. See, now, yeah, still a krill, yep, but he's learning. Make Lost Ark great again? Yeah, we're working on that.
The time being with the community, joining groups, etc. Now, that is just fundamentally against how I see spending real money in a game. I don't mind spending real money in a game. I don't think that pay-to-win games are just trash because they're pay-to-win, period. There's no other gray in between. I don't think that. I think it's okay to spend some real money if you have them. I think it's okay.
Well, they're all just pay-to-win garbage, but you go into the game knowing that is the case. You know that's the case. And so it's like you're not going to, like, for example, you don't go to, like, a concert for Rob Zombie, and you're like, man, it sure is loud here. This is awful. I hate this. No, it's just, that's how it is, right? Like, you go to something like that, that's how it is. And I get that, like, some people want, and the thing is with Lost Ark, this is why I think so many people are, like, angry about it, is because it has such high potential. It has such, it's so good.
If the game is mega quality like Lost Ark and provides you with like a great feel, to have some, some dodgy microtransactions. I would prefer all the games being without, of course.
Yes.
But I do feel that when I spent $100 in Lost Ark, the value in between how much I spent and how much I got was really not there. At least for me, I see $100 as a large.
You should have spent $1,000. Maybe he'd have seen it. See, he didn't spend enough money. That's the problem. So I remember what you do is, you remember whenever they had a cap of $1,000 a day, you could only spend $1,000 a day on Lost Ark, and then people are calling on Amazon saying it was too much. So then Amazon lowered it. They're like, okay, guys, all right, we're gonna be reasonable. You can only spend $400 a day. That's it. And so, like, I remember whenever I was going to do a honing stream, I would have to plan a honing stream out like 4 days in advance so I could cap out my microtransaction limit every single day. So I could like build up to like have like $2,000 to do the honing streams. It was a really, really good time.
Large amount of money. Maybe you don't. That's
build pity? Yeah, so fucking stupid. It's so stupid.
But I just didn't really feel rewarded. I enjoy spending money in games because, generally speaking, you get sort of like a lot out of your money, and you pay $100, $200, and then you feel like, whoa, okay, that's fine. Now I can be like 2 weeks and like do whatever else I wanted to do, get rid of some chores, get back on my feet, get my mental up. But in Lost Ark, I never felt that that's the case. And granted, I did spend money in Lost Ark.
Yeah, but how much did he spend? Because like for me, how much money did I spend in Lost Ark? 10K? I think I probably spent like 10 to 12K, something like that. I think probably closer to 10K overall. Less than Diablo Immortal? Yeah, something like that. We should go back to the one-time payments where you buy games. No, it's not going to happen. The viewer has to spend, Spyro, call him Spyro. Sylo spent $500. See, that's the problem. There it is. That, you just explained what the problem is. See, $500? Bro, Nick would spend that. He would spend that probably on his phone before he got to his computer. Like, I mean, bro, you remember like Nick, Tectone, Rich, all of them, I think Soda Poppin' too? Bro, they dropped $20,000 on this game.
Things that really made me happy, like for example, wallpaper or skill presets or stuff like that, gambling a little bit on the bracelets and stuff. So these things made me happy, and I don't regret that. But other things, just because someone else decided a patch is coming now, and you look stupid if you're not ready for the patch, right? Yeah.
Well, if you don't look stupid, because looking stupid would imply that other people look at you. You're just like, they see that number and they say you have the low number. You get out. You low number, get out. Nobody wants you here. That's a rice eater. Nobody wants that.
For some of my reasons why I'm not playing the game anymore. Towards the end of my time in Lost Ark, I got the opportunity to get into Diablo 4 beta, and I really saw a different kind of world of gaming where you can still play like a quality game.
You see how he charged that attack while he had the shield?
Completely different, but
smart.
It still gives you a good feeling, and you also get to choose more of what you do and more of the fun that you do. And then a paid promotion appeared in my inbox for Final Fantasy.
So he played Diablo 4. You like Diablo 4 more than Lost Ark?
Fantasy 14. I never played it before, so I got to try that one all the way. Right now I'm at end game there, and dude, it's just like I just got enlightened that wait a
So he just started playing Final Fantasy 14, and now he's okay with it. He's just playing that instead of Lost Ark.
Second, 4.5 years of only Lost Ark. There's other things out there also that maybe better suit my life right now. And lastly, speaking about real life, some circumstances also changed in my real life. For example, one of them being the fact that I'm expecting a third child right now.
Holy shit.
You know, it's not just because, you know, right now he's in the belly, so it's all okay. But, you know, it's not just, you know, it comes and it's all the same way.
Maybe he can come back to Lost Ark whenever his kids get old enough, and then he can have his kids do the chores and the dailies for him, and that way he can have the fun part and be able to play the game. So this is Saiwo's going for the long con. Smart.
You need to paint a room, you need to fix some carpet. So there's a bit more time that I need to spend in real life than I can spend compared to the last year and a couple of months, 10 hours a day, every day in Lost Ark. Quite frankly, I don't even remember the last summer. I don't remember 2022's autumn either, because I was just doing Lost Ark. And I thought to myself, you know, I'm going to do good, I'm going to make it. It didn't really happen the way I thought, and it didn't really satisfy my gaming needs. And because of that, I'm out. It's as simple as that.
You know what these games are like? You know how they have like those chastity belts where they have like a dude that puts his dick in a box, and then the box is really small so he can't get a boner? Isn't that basically like resin or like energy in games, like these gacha games? Because you can only get so big until the box just holds you there? Because I feel like it is. I feel like it's a perfect fucking analogy. And no, look it up on incognito mode. Not at work. Never heard of that? I have. I've been on the internet for a long time. Yes. Well, yes, and that's what it is. So you start the game in the cuck cage, and then you pay a daily rate to have them take you out of it for like a half hour a day. It's a chastity belt? Yeah, it's a chastity belt. Yeah. Energy systems are chastity belts. Is there anybody who... I mean, I can't think of a single way that's wrong.
There's no hard feelings. I actually thought that I'm gonna make a quiet sort of exit. Obviously not that good for me as a content creator, because after being with Lost Ark and only posting Lost Ark for like four and a half years, then, you know, YouTube picks you up as a Lost Ark guy. So, but that's fine, because again, you know, it's not my job. I'm trying my best, right? Good quality sound, audio, you know, informed videos, but you know, it's okay.
Somebody goes and says, bro, I just at work, everyone just heard you, stop. Hey, Barbara, nice tits! Now you're fired. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Hey, I have the freedom to always choose, and right now I choose not to. Now the biggest loss that comes from me not playing Lost Ark is the people, right? I told you I was live on Twitch and I met so many really cool people, and even these days I'm thinking, man, I wish I would play with that guy again, or I wish I would play with that guy again. It was such a nice experience, right? We had fun.
I made friends in Lost Ark too. Yeah, I did. Of course I did.
Losing nice. The people that I used to play with, that is the biggest and the only loss that comes from me not playing Lost Ark. Other than that, I'm happy. I hope you're happy too. I don't want this video to be a reason why you're gonna stop playing as well. I hope it's not. You have to base your playtime whether it's fun for you today. Is it fun today? You continue playing no matter what XYZ guy on YouTube says or has reasons, logical reasons or personal reasons to not play that game. If it's not fun for you and it's fun for me, I play, you shouldn't.
No, that's not true. If I'm not having fun with the game's dead, and if you're playing it, you are actively an enemy. That's the way the internet goes, guys. You are an active enemy.
Because it's not fun for you. It's as simple as that. And with that, I thank you so much for watching this rambling video. I'm gonna see you really soon. Take care.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it is. Strike one. Yeah, strike one. I might come back and play Lost Ark again. We'll see what's gonna happen. I don't know. I need to get that. I need to get the script. I don't know, like, maybe I could try to get her to wear a Vicus cosplay. I think that might be pushing it. We'll see what happens. Is it really that hard to remove all the pay-to-win mechanics and just have a Battle Pass style monetization system? Listen, the people that are running Lost Ark are bozos. You've got bozos running the game. And because you have bozos running the game, the 3 bozos, that's right. Guess what? And also, by the way, the game had problems before then. It was still bad before the 3 bozos. But nobody wanted to listen to me. Everybody said, oh no, it's not. CEO is the 5th richest guy in Korea. I think he'll be fine. Yeah, and I wonder how that happened. Probably actually wasn't from Lost Ark, but I'm sure it didn't hurt. Yeah, it's a Saiwo video. I really like this guy, and he's been making content for Lost Ark for a long time. He was one of the guys, CEO's going through a divorce. So what you're saying is they're going to add in more microtransactions, because, you know, like, he's going to have to make that money back somehow. Makes sense. Yeah, I think this is actually pretty fair. He's great. Yeah, I really like this guy.